Hello everybody, welcome to the McVann-O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena here in Peabody, Massachusetts. I am Bernard Parisi on the call. This game will feature the Marshfield Rams and the Peabody Tanners. The Tanners, they come into this game, they're 6-5-1 on the year. They've had a bit of a skid, but however, they are as relaxed and confident as ever coming into this matchup. They have high expectations for the remainder of their season. Also, a point of note, Sammy Mirasalo, number 8 of the Tanners, she is up for conference MVP. She has been on a torrid scoring pace. She's, by my count, she's got 6 goals in the last 4 home games alone. On the same line with her sister, number 13, Cassie Mirasalo, more often than not flanked by number 25, Paige Thibodeau, who has been the physical force behind the Tanners. She has been what in the NHL most people would consider the enforcer for this team. She has been getting in the middle of scrums, defending her teammates. Also, Jess Robert has been getting in on the scoring action. And on defense, we have the tremendous defensive pair of Mae Norton and Carolyn Garofali. They are usually the top line defensive pair. They have been superb in killing penalties. They've been superb in setting up offensive rushes, and also we've got number 21 captain senior Katie Purcell anchoring the second line defenders, and more often than not she's usually on the power play. What has killed this team in recent games has been the number of penalties. They've been taking some bad calls, numerous tripping, a few hookings, and a lot of boarding calls. However, they look to change that tonight. They just need to play a little bit more of a controlled game to keep their tempers in check, and they should be fine. This should be an interesting game coming up from Peabody, Massachusetts. We will be right back with first period action. So we are moments away from action. The usual top line of the Tanners is out. That's Thibodeau, both Mirasalos, Cassie and Sammy. And on defense, the usual starting pair of Norton and Garofali. As the Rams take the ice, ladies and gentlemen, the ice is fresh. The puck is about to be dropped. The whistle blows and we are underway. Thibodeau immediately battling for the puck. The Rams shoot it quickly in, and Jen Collins, number 30 of the Tanners, has it underneath, and we get a whistle and a stop. So 13 seconds in, we already have a shot on goal, and we have a stoppage of play in the Tanners zone. Peabody looking to get it out. The Rams go down into the corner to retrieve. Stick handling our way around Mirasalo. Backhanded, and it will go behind the net again. Rams look to get it out again, trying to set up something in front of the net. Wristed towards the front, and it goes across. Wristed off of, I believe that was Thibodeau's shin pad. She falls down to prevent any chance of her getting to the puck, and the Rams make a line change, and the Tanners will bank it around the boards to set up another breakout play. They cannot. Norton shadowing a Rams offensive player. Wristed back to the point in the corner by the penalty box. Goes number 25 of Marshfield. Mirasalo in the corner. Wristed out by Garofali. And attempting to clear the Tanners, they do. And here comes who else? Mirasalo. Lost possession, briefly wristed, goes off of a skate of a Marshfield defender. So we said in the pregame, Sammy Mirasalo, number 8, she's up for conference MVP right now. Her scoring pace has been outstanding. In the last 4 home games alone, she's had 6, as this one goes across the crease and is gotten out. Wristed into the zone, falling down is Sarah Buckley. Marshfield battle for it. Purcell, which was covered up by a Rams defender. And Ganter, Riley Ganter, looking to clear this. Wristed across and sticked away by Buckley. Tremendous defensive play there. Wristed, goes off of the gloves of, I believe that was Jess Robert, number 28. Goes back into the Marshfield zone, losing possession as 29 of Marshfield. And the Tanners almost regain possession, but cannot, as they go on the defensive. Wristed up high and went just over the net. So this game has been a lot of battles along the board so far. Falling down goes Robert. Marshfield defense has possession. Wristed, goes into a pileup of defenders. And Buckley clears it out just so they can get an icing and make a line change. That was without a doubt intentional there. They just want to get some fresh legs on. So the Thibodeau-Mirasalo line will come out. Nice. Face-off won by Marshfield. In the middle, wristed. Glove save by Collins. So here goes Garofali behind the net. Marshfield regains possession. They pass it off the boards. Trying to get something in front, they cannot, and it will go out. So one thing to note about Marshfield, it seems like they have a lot of height on their team, so naturally you can expect Carolyn Garofali to have a lot of ice time. She seems to be the only player on the team that has the height to counter, as the ref's arm goes up. And I believe we will have a penalty on Cassie Mirasalo, number 13. She has been heavily penalized the last 2 home games that I have covered so far. So the Marshfield Rams will go on a 5-on-4 power play with 11:30 left in the period. Tie up, gotten out. Here comes number 2, Jen Flynn, breakaway, wristed, falling down, and she scampers into the boards. The ref's arm goes up, and she is tripped. This will be a penalty on Marshfield, I believe. So Marshfield will send a player to the box. In the NHL, that looked like that would have been a penalty shot. She was tripped from behind on a breakaway, no one in front of her but open ice and the goalie. But it's a 4-on-4 now. Flynn loses the face-off. It goes into the corner. Robert, Flynn, Purcell, and Ganter are out. Flynn in front, almost tipped by Robert. She gains possession, tries to get it in front. Purcell wrists it around. Robert is back in to retrieve it. Back to Ganter. Wristed, directed, covered up, and no, it is gotten out. So the Marshfield fans down to the right of us are starting to get into this one. Falling down, going to the bench was Robert, as the Tanners will make a line change. Taking it out, Mirasalo, Sammy, is on the ice. Her sister Cassie's in the box for another 57 seconds. Gotten to the center of Marshfield. She moves quickly in. Wristed, goes off of a defender's shin pads. Back to the defenseman. Wristed, goes very wide to the right. And this one is covered up in the corner by Collins. So Norton and Garofali will come on, and Purcell and Ganter will go off. Tanners have two very good defensive pairings. Purcell and Ganter on that second line, and then you got Norton and Garofali on the top line. Wristed off of the glove of Collins, and it has gotten out to the right. Wristed out. Thibodeau is in to get it. And scrum along the boards. Taken quickly up ice. Wrist shot in the glove of Collins, showing off her tremendous glove hand. So Thibodeau has been getting down into the corners a lot lately to get pucks. She, in many ways, could be compared to the NHL Boston Bruins' Brad Marchand. She is the one that's willing to do the dirty work for this team. She's willing to go places where no one else is. Wristed goes wide. Ganter back to get it, banks it off the boards. This will go back to the neutral zone. They'll have to recoil to avoid an offsides. So both penalties have come to an end. 9:16 left. Purcell behind her net looking to set up a breakout. Scramble in the front. And the ref just trying to get out of the way there. Wristed up ice. Mirasalo looking to get to it quickly. Cannot. Trying to use her speed to her advantage. I'd say that's been her biggest asset so far. Up ice, off of the skates of a defender. Into the shin pads of Collins and net. Purcell along the boards. Back to the point. Wristed, goes off of Robert. Breakaway opportunity. She loses track of it. Wristed. Save made off the stick of the Marshfield goaltender. Robert in front. Still has it. Loses track of it. But Garofali at the point to retake possession, and it has gotten out. Sarah Buckley, 23, senior captain. Wristed off of the pad of the Marshfield goalie, number 1. No, Garofali wristed, goes into the shin pad of a Marshfield defender, and they look to get it out. Intercepted by Robert. Back to Garofali, using quick passing so far. That has been the theme of this game. Buckley holding it in, loses possession briefly. Oh, has a chance, goes just to the right. Falling down as a Marshfield defender. She fell onto the puck as Buckley lost track of it. And Marshfield quickly trying to move up ice. Number 8 of Marshfield shadowed by Garofali. Number 15 of Peabody. Trying to get it through somehow. They cannot. Holding behind the net. Back to a defenseman. Loses it. As Peabody looks to dump it out so they can make a line change. So both Mirasalos stay on. Thibodeau and Purcell are on. And Norton goes to the bench. And I believe that will be Ganter coming on. Covered up by 2 defenders is Mirasalo along the boards. Tied up, number 12, trying to hold Thibodeau in place. Wristed, oh, and it is off stick collision. Mirasalo behind her net. Thibodeau holds it in. Here comes Cassie Mirasalo, wristed, rebound, save made by number 1 of the Marshfield Rams in net. Thibodeau spinning, deking around defenders. It has gotten out. Back into the corner. No icing. Ganter will get it up to Thibodeau, who cannot get there quick enough. And it will be icing on the Tanners. So we've seen a lot of quick pace play so far. The Tanners using quick, aggressive passing. And it looks, and I believe so far the Rams are trying to use puck possession, time of possession to their advantage, trying to wear down the defenders. And they've seen multiple defensemen from their spots at the point getting slap shots on net. But Collins has been a stone wall in net. Falling down goes Flynn. Off the boards behind Peabody's net. And the ref's whistle blows, and a Ram will go to the penalty box. The Tanners will go up on a 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes with 5:36 left in the period. Not quite sure what the call was. It was along the boards where from our vantage point up here, we could not see what happened. So Robert, Flynn, Buckley, Norton, and Garofali are on the ice for Peabody. Won by the Tanners. And they look to clear it. They cannot. Robert up to Flynn. Trying to keep it in on sides. They do. Into the corner, shadowed by Buckley and Flynn. They try to clear it again. Cannot. Flynn back behind. Here's Norton. Wristed, goes off of the captain of Marshfield's stick. 22 of the Rams wrist it back the length of the ice, and the Tanners will make a couple changes. Both Mirasalos are on. The Tanners would like to get their first goal of the game right here. Here comes Mirasalo, wristed, goes into the pads of a Rams defender. So I think the trick for the Rams in this game, they need to shut down Sammy Mirasalo, who has been on a, like I said earlier, a tremendous scoring streak. She has looked like the skill player for this team. She's using her speed to get breakaways. Most of her goals have come on breakaways in the last few home games. Gotten back down the length of the ice with 41 showing on this power play. Tanners look to take it up. Mirasalo again. Into the zone. Shot. Oh, just wide. May have been deflected. Thibodeau using stick moves. Trying to keep it in. Purcell cannot keep it in. So the Tanners come back to recoil to avoid an offside. 15 seconds left on this power play. Sent back down the length of the ice. And the Tanners will make some quick changes as this power play will come to an end. 1 second, and this penalty has been killed off. As number 4 of Marshfield comes quickly back onto the ice. Here comes Buckley, trying to keep possession away from a Marshfield defender. 2 players there for Peabody. And the player, number 4, fresh out of the box, quickly moving back up ice. Wristed, wide. Flynn trying to send it the length of the ice. It is knocked down by multiple defenders. Flynn across center ice. Moving on in, Jen Flynn cannot get the shot away. Garofali. Cassie Mirasalo into the zone. Here comes Sammy, number 8, wristed right into the chest of the Marshfield goaltender, whacked at, and it has gotten out. Kept in by Mirasalo. She is all over the ice. That looked to be going back into the neutral zone for sure. Garofali trying to get it on Cassie Mirasalo's stick, cannot. It goes off, and Garofali back to retrieve again, gives up to Thibodeau. Banks it off the boards, trying to regain possession, cannot. Wristed into the middle. What a save by Collins. That was a save that would make the NHL's Boston Bruins Tuukka Rask cry right there. Tanners trying to get it out of their zone. Battle along the boards. Gotten off. Here comes Thibodeau against two defenders, could not get possession, slamming the stick down in frustration. A minute and a half left in this first period. Mirasalo trying to use stick handling. She moves in, one-on-one, wristed right into the glove of the Marshfield goaltender. So the two senior captains, Buckley and Purcell, are out with Flynn, Robert, and Riley Ganter. Flynn, face-off won by the Tanners, wristed. Whoa, knuckleball to the net, and it is covered up by the Marshfield goaltender. Flynn again, and on the face-off for the Tanners, won by the Tanners. Flynn, wrist shot, goes up high and near the glass. Looked like it was coming right at this broadcast booth for a moment there. As number 8 of Marshfield looking to get it out, it is not kept in by the Tanners. Buckley looking to take it back, trying to get it away. Here comes Flynn, shot off the glove, diving and sprawling in the crease, and it is covered by Marshfield. So the fans are really getting into this one now with 54 seconds left in the first period. We've got tremendous action so far. So the Mirasalo line is out with Thibodeau, Norton, and Garofali. Tanner's defense looking to keep it in. They could not. It is sent the length of the ice. It will be icing on Marshfield, and it will come back to their own zone for a face-off. So we'll conferring between 25 of Marshfield and their goaltender. We'll probably trying to strategize how to get this puck out, or how to. They need to figure out how to stop the quick passing of the Tanners. Marshfield quickly moving up ice off the face-off. Number 5 sends it towards the net. Collins will simply just wait for it and will have it underneath. Face-off won by Marshfield. They send it into the middle. Thibodeau intercepts. Cannot keep possession, though, as Marshfield deking around him. Wristed, and it is covered by Collins. So the Mirasalo line will stay on with 19.9 left. I figure this shift will last until the end of the period. Tie up. Gotten up ice, Mirasalo moving up. She's covered by 2 defenders. Here's Sammy Mirasalo, puts on the brakes, covered by the goaltender of Marshfield. Superb goaltending by Marshfield's number 1 in net. Mirasalo thought she was gonna have that one. She put on the brakes perfectly. Tanners win it. 5 seconds, wristed. Off the skate of Mirasalo, and we will go to the end of the first period. This game so far has been almost flawless. Perfect passing, perfect penalty kills, perfect goaltending. We are in for a heck of a second period. It is no score going into the first intermission. We will be right back with girls hockey from the McVann-O'Keefe Arena in Peabody, Massachusetts. Welcome back to the McVann-O'Keefe Arena in Peabody, Massachusetts. The Marshfield Rams and the Peabody Tanners are squaring off for second period action. We have no score at the moment. Both teams have played almost flawlessly. The goaltending has been absolutely amazing, which has been really the factor in this game. Had the goaltending not been this good, we'd probably have at least 4 goals on either side. Mirasalo is out for the face-off. Tanners take possession. Norton gives ours to go over to Garofali, loses possession. Here comes 28, wrist shot, save made, rebound, and what a save by Collins. Not many people can make a save quite like that one. However, she made it almost perfectly. So we got a defensive change. Ganter and Purcell are on for Norton and Garofali. Wrist shot right into the chest of Collins. You could hear that from up here, hitting her in the chest. And Norton and Garofali come back on just as quickly as they went off. Garofali tries to get it out. Back into the corner, Garofali covering another defender for the Marshfield Rams. Oh, scrambled and has gotten out of there almost. Marshfield number 5 takes possession, moves into the slot, backhanded, looking for a deflection, cannot. The ref giving instructions to the players so as to avoid any penalties. And it goes across the crease and cannot keep possession. Marshfield looks to keep it in. Norton in the corner. One of the captains for Peabody. Thibodeau banks it off the glass, loses possession quickly though, as Peabody will go back. Garofali, big number 15 defenseman. Stick tie up. Cassie Mirasalo, 13, sends it back to the point, and it is kept in. Bouncing puck. Back behind. Tanners trying to get it out of their own zone, and they cannot. Thibodeau trying to stick lift number 8 of Marshfield. Wristed into the glove of Collins. To think of this, folks, Jen Collins is the backup goaltender for Peabody. She is playing almost perfect so far. Not almost, she is playing perfectly to this point. Earlier this month, I believe on the 13th against Medford, she had a 5-0 shutout, showing off she's got a quick glove hand and she's got very good reflexes. But more than anything, she's very flexible. It looks like on that most recent save, the deflection, she was able to cover it. Robert, backhanded, score! Peabody goes on the boards. I think it was just Robert on the backhanded shot. But in any case, the Tanners jump out to a 1-0 lead less than 3 minutes into the second period. Marshfield wins it. It's given back to the face-off zone. Falling down goes Buckley. Purcell banks it off the board, sent back down. There won't be icing on this one. Big scramble behind the net. Multiple players there. It looks like 3 or 4 Peabody players and about 3 Marshfield players. And this one is back into the Peabody zone. Ganter banks it off the boards. It is gotten out. And the ref blows his whistle, and this will be an offsides, I believe. So both teams making big line changes now. Norton and Garofali come back out. Thibodeau and the Mirasalos are on. Back to the Marshfield defense, goes back around the boards. Garofali is back to retrieve it. Behind the net goes Marshfield. They bank it over. Gets past number 28. But she retakes possession quickly. 5 of Marshfield. Wristed, deflected, but off of the right pad of Collins. Oh, falling down to the ice. Thibodeau looking for a penalty. Wristed, directed, and covered by Collins. So even when she is being screened by her own defenders and the Marshfield offensive players, she still has very good awareness in where the puck is being shot from, where it's being deflected from, and we will get a face-off from the left circle. Purcell going into the corner to get it, trying to use her size and speed to her advantage to get around the larger Marshfield defender. Wristed, goes to the right of the net. Back behind the boards, behind the net, along the boards. Robert holding a player against the boards. Wristed, goes off the outside of the net. As Peabody looking to take it out, Robert, the goal scorer, trying to bank it off the boards, could not get it into the Marshfield zone. Hit along the bench area. And it looks like a coach on the Peabody bench is looking for a penalty there, will not get one. Here comes Marshfield in the middle, shot to the left. Flynn trying to take advantage of the confusion. She moves quickly using her speed into the middle and loses possession against the skate of a Marshfield defender. Norton along the boards, gotten in. 7 of Marshfield was looking for the puck, could not find it. I think she thought it may have been already out of the zone. So Norton over to Garofali. Flynn did not see the defender coming from behind, who takes it and gives it on back to the wingers. Buckley was trying to bank it off her boards there. Here comes Mirasalo, deking around her, shot, scores! Who else? Sammy Mirasalo again. That is her 7th in the last 5 home games. No wonder she's up for conference MVP right now. Tremendous puck handling, tremendous stick work, tremendous speed, tremendous everything out of Sammy Mirasalo. She will go back as a defenseman in the confusion for the faceoff. Norton lines up at the right wing slot, and they quickly readjust. So 2-0 Tanners with 9:59 showing in the second period. Here comes Mirasalo again, trying to feed it across to Thibodeau, who had an open net, could not. No icing here. There, that puck just seemed to stop out of nowhere. Thibodeau trying to get it out. It is moved off sides. She is getting hit hard. Doesn't seem to faze her though. Mirasalo gives back to Thibodeau. Wrist shot into a defender. It looks like it hit her in the hand because she dropped the stick and reached for her glove. But she is all right. She'll not skate to the bench. Thibodeau tied up with the defender. She loses her stick as a shot goes off the outside of the net. Purcell literally looked like she ducked under that one, once again using her size to her advantage. This one is sent back down as Marshfield looks to make a change. Cassie Mirasalo has a little bit of room, cannot get through though. She will skate to the bench, and Flynn and Robert will come on. This one sent back down, no icing here. Into the corner, Robert. Could hear clear as day from here. Collins was yelling, watch out. She had a defender coming in right behind her. Flynn quickly trying to get in there because the defender was being patient with the puck. And Buckley falls down as Flynn retakes possession. Moves into the middle. As Marshfield quickly looking to get it out, into the middle. Shot off the crossbar and out. Just glancing off the crossbars. Here comes Robert again. Shot off the mask of the goalie. Shaking her head, just trying to regain her bearings. Fluttering up high, goes behind the net. Garofali going back to retrieve it. 7:40 left. Here's Sammy Mirasalo. She's got speed. Back to her sister, Cassie. Shot goes onto the stick of a Marshfield defender. Oh, hit by the puck is Mirasalo. She looks dazed by that one. She gets up quickly, though. Thibodeau holding possession, trying to spin around, cannot. Garofali, wrister. Up high, has a shot. Mirasalo falling down, but it is covered by the goaltender of Marshfield. Off the face-off, Marshfield will recoil behind their net. Garofali could not keep it in. The only defender back is Norton. She is successful at getting it off the stick, using his speed off of Mirasalo's stick. Into the front, and Thibodeau gets it out. She almost had a shot lined up almost 2 feet in front of the goalie of Peabody Collins as the Tanners are trying to get it out of the neutral zone. Falling down is Thibodeau as she makes the hard pass. Looking to get it out, Norton does. Mirasalo. And we have an offside on Marshfield. So I don't know why the number 18 of Marshfield didn't see that. She had a teammate very deep into the Peabody zone. I think just adrenaline got the best of her there. She was just looking to get the puck into the zone. And this looks to be a timeout by Marshfield. So we've had a tremendous action in the first period. However, it's gotten even better here in the second period. The Tanners jump out to a 2-0 lead on goals by Mirasalo and Robert. Mirasalo continuing her scoring pace. She's on a record scoring pace, according to a conversation I had with the head coach of the Tanners earlier before the game. Will come back on. Collins to the net. Ganter, Purcell are out on defense, and we've got Buckley, Flynn, and Robert on the wingers and center. Robert in on the face-off for Peabody. Marshfield almost had possession. Big scramble for the puck. Ganter going in to get it. Marshfield shot. Oh, gloved under the blocker of Collins. Fans are really getting into this one for Marshfield. Buckley, senior captain, gets it out. Here comes Flynn. Behind the net. Marshfield to try to get it out. Covered by Ganter and Buckley. Ganter sticks it away. Slap shot. Oh, what? That one had some passion on that one. But it goes wide. Here they come. Wrist shot, trying to deflect it in was number 5 of Marshfield. They could not get it. Behind the net, in the middle, sticked out by Purcell. So great awareness to get that one out, knowing that there was a big Marshfield offensive player ready for the wrist shot. Goes off of the pad of Robert, and this slap shot goes off of Purcell. Gotta wonder how these players can take this kind of hit from a puck that's going at tremendous speed. Fresh off the bench, Mirasalo coming in. Could not get it on net. Buckley looking to get it out. Pushed down to the ice by a Marshfield defender. Garofali trying to get it in along the boards. Could not. Into the zone. Shot from near center ice. Goes off of Collins. Deflected. Garofali trying to give it over to Mirasalo, who gets it, almost gets it out. 4:36 left in the second period. Sammy Mirasalo, number 8, in the corner along the boards into the penalty box. Her sister comes out of the scrum. Slap shot goes wide. A Marshfield player falls down. Looked like she was looking for a penalty. Will not get one. As Garofali gives it over to defensive partner of May Norton. Mirasalo loses possession, and Marshfield trying to use some speed to get around Garofali. She's using that size to her advantage. She's got a long reach with that stick. She can get it out. In front, scrambled, Collins has it underneath. And some of the fans are yelling at the Peabody players. I don't see anything personally where that warranted it. It looked like clean play by both teams so far. We've had very few penalties as compared to the last home game against Masco. They've sent the last 2 home games, as a matter of fact, versus Masco and Winthrop. Peabody sent multiple players to the box. Mirasalo trying to dive and get it out of there. Thibodeau looks like she dropped her stick by accident as she was trying to point to the bench for a change. But she stays on, backhanded to number 4. She was in the box earlier, goes through the legs of Ganter. Slap shot, didn't have any steam on it though. Oh, covered by Collins. No, it is still alive. Looking for it, they get it out. Here comes Thibodeau. 1-on-1, Paige Thibodeau. Oh, losing possession. This has been a game about speed and puck handling. Shot goes off the blocker of Collins, and it goes to the left. Backhanded, gotten out by number 3, Riley Ganter. Ganter wrists it off the glass, back the length of the ice. No icing here. They lose track of it, and this one is into the zone. They were expecting a change, will not get one. This line has been superb to this point. Both lines have been, they've allowed many shots, but Collins has been equally as impressive. Wristed off the mask, loses track of it, scramble at the front, Marshfield scores! She was on her back when that puck went in. 2-1. Marshfield's fans are rocking now. So it's 2-1 Tanners with 2:20 left in the second. Marshfield off the face-off loses possession. Gotten back, Thibodeau over to Ganter. Looks like they've changed up the line a little bit. They put Purcell and Ganter out with the Mirasalo-Thibodeau line. That may have been a factor in that goal there. They weren't used to having a new pair out there instead of Norton and Garofali. But I'm not a coach, I'm just an announcer, folks. I just call what I see. In the skates of a Peabody defender, it has gotten out. Purcell thinks she was tripped, will not get it. Ref's arm goes up. And they will send, who else? I think it will be Sammy Mirasalo to the box. Slamming the door shut. She is not happy with that call. She looked like she exchanged words with the official on the way. So it will be a power play for Marshfield. This will take them into the second period if they do not score. With 1:55 left, shot into Purcell's stick. and it has gotten out behind the boards in front. Wristed. Collins knows not to let her defenders try to get that one out when it's in the crease. She covers. Off the face-off, tie-up. Marshfield defense gets it back. Moving it over, wrist shot off the stick of Collins and using the glove quickly to cover it up. Robert on the face-off with Ganter, Purcell, and Flynn. Shot into Purcell, up high. Collins was almost out of the crease there. That would have been a prime chance. Shot, scrambled. Marshfield scores on the power play. The captain of Marshfield puts it in, and it is just like that, a 2-2 game. Mirasallo will come out of the box in a moment. But I think right now, good call by Peabody to put Norton and I believe Norton and Garofali back on the ice. So Kat DiGiulio is now on her first ice time. So the goal scored with 1:18 left in the first period. Marshfield trying to get another. They quickly move in. Wrist shot. Collins covers. So on a side note, ladies and gentlemen, just to our right is the Marshfield fan section. Could hear some swearing coming out of that area at the referees. Folks, I mean, it's a sport. You can root for your kids, but please, if you ever come to a professional sporting game, please have good sportsmanship. Be very professional about it. Cheer for your kids, cheer for your friends, cheer for your favorite players, but please do not encourage anything of such matter. So the Tanners, with some fire lit under them, they quickly try to move it out. As Garofali behind her net, just trying to trying to play keep away with the Marshfield defenders. Sammy Mirasallo, number 8, quickly moving, boomed off the puck from behind. Oh, Carolyn Garofali getting physical with a couple defenders. Here they come, almost as a breakaway off the blocker of Collins. Oh, and number 22 of Marshfield falls down, was trying to wrist it to number 7 in the slot in front, almost 10 feet in front of the net. She is still in the slot, and it falls down. I've noticed so far a lot of offensive opportunities have been thwarted by many players falling down. I don't know if the ice is just rough, but either way, it is having an effect on this game so far. Thibodeau trying to deke around defenders, loses possession briefly. Norton sends it out, glove down, and we will go to the second period. Both teams, we have seen 4 goals in this period, 2 by each team. The Tanners exploded offensively, and then at the beginning of the period and then near the end of the period, the Rams exploded offensively on a power play goal by one of the captains of Marshfield. We will be right back with third period action. Folks, don't go away. This game is only getting better by the second. Welcome back for third period action here from Peabody, Massachusetts. I am Bernard Parisi on the call for the Tanners versus the Marshfield Rams. We have a 2-2 tie going into the third period. Both teams have been playing very tight defensive games, but also at the same time very slick passing, very slick offensive games until the beginning of the second period. The Tanners blew up for 2 goals by Jess Robert and conference MVP nominee Sammy Mirasalo, but near the end of the period, the Rams jumped out and got a goal, and then on a power play, they tied it up just moments later on a penalty by Cassie Mirasalo. We should be in for tremendous third period action here. We have seen plenty of it so far. It looks like number 13 of the Rams slamming her stick against the pads of her goalie. That could mean 2 things, folks. 1, it's a vote of confidence, but 2, the other thing I have known is that the more people tap your pads in hockey, it means the less confidence they have in you. It's always a running joke within hockey circles. But in any event, we are underway in this third period. Sammy Mirasalo covered up. No penalty there. I think that could have been holding. I'm not sure, though. As the Rams wrist shot off the blocker of Collins. So despite giving up 2 quick goals at the end of that period, she is very cool and confident so far. It looked like she made that save almost with ease, with no effort whatsoever. Just like pretty much shrugged that one off. And this one is dumped behind the boards. Garofali of Peabody goes back to get it, tied up in the corner. We can't see it from this angle. And here comes Sammy Mirasalo. They know to key on her. The ref's arm goes up and no offside there. So it looks like Marshfield knows they have to key their defense on Mirasalo. It looks like Collins had to skate back into her net. I think once she saw the ref's arms up, she was going halfway to the bench for a penalty to get a Peabody 6th attacker on. Glove down by Marshfield, and the ref's whistle blows, and the ref is signaling for a face-off at the right wing side in the Marshfield zone. Flynn in on the face-off. The second line is out. Back at the point. Purcell in the slot, trying to keep it in, cannot. And it looks like the size is now finally going to a disadvantage. She was literally almost covered up by a Marshfield defender. Been saying all along that size has been her advantage. Ref's arm is up, so this will be a penalty on Peabody, I believe. No, it will not be. The ref's arm goes back down. Back across the crease, and no one is there to retrieve it. Back into the neutral zone. Flynn trying to get back to get it, cannot. Robert covering a defender. This one goes into the stick of Riley Ganter, number 3. Across, Purcell sticks it out. Kept in onside. Purcell back into her own, behind her net. Falling down, looks like the stick was up high and tied up. In the slot, wrister goes up high, had an open net. The Marshfield goalie, looks like she's getting a little cocky right now. She's halfway between the blue line and her own net. I'm just waiting for one rebound to come back down this length and Mirasalo to use her speed. Wrister goes off of someone and bounces up high. So the Rams trying to ride their second period momentum into the third period. They've kept the puck into the Peabody zone most of this period so far. We are at the 12:05 mark, sent back down the length of the ice, and we will have icing on Peabody. So 11:59 showing with a 2-2 tie. Off the face-off, Mirasalo using her speed. She's on a breakaway, moving on in. Backhander scores! Who else but Sammy Mirasalo? Again, another multi-goal game. Her 8th in the last 5 home games. And the Tanners go up 3-2. Beautiful backhander. She deked around the goalie using her trademark speed. I mean, really, that speed should be trademarked right there. That was a beauty. Off the face-off, Tanners get back into their zone. They lose track of it. The Tanner bench really starting to get into this one. Mirasalo again. Rister goes off of number 13 of the Marshfield defense. Stick tie-up. She has looked like that could be holding, but no, it will not. As Garofali keeps it in. Thibodeau in the corner. This one's gotten back to the defense. Back behind. This one looked like it almost bounced off the boards and off of the back of Collins' shin pads. And this one is taken out by, I believe, Mirasalo. Loses possession, goes back into the zone. No offside. Ooh, the refs are signaling offside. That was questionable. I believe it looked like from up here, Cassie Mirasalo was back across the blue line before her sister, number 8, Sammy, brought it across the blue line. But in any event, we have a face-off at the left wing hash mark in the neutral zone. Pushed down to the ice is Buckley by number 4 of the Marshfield defense. For the first time in a while, we've seen a pretty clean game by both sides in a Tanners matchup. Last 4 home games, they've been, their opponents have typically played very aggressive. But it looks like both teams are relying heavily on skill and speed to get through. Shot goes across, and it is directed off of someone, but Collins was well aware to get back into her crease. Bangs around Flynn, going in to get it again. Looks like she was shaking her hand, might have been caught up between a stick and the boards. Buckley going back to get it. Oh, hit into the boards, and this will be boarding on Buckley. So without a doubt, that was a penalty right there. See that called a lot more often than we have in recent history. That is a quote by man I met last night, the broadcaster of the boys game, Kevin Mulhern. You know, we see hits from behind get penalized more often than we used to. But at any event, Buckley will go to the box for 2 minutes, and the Rams will go up on a power play. They have been spectacular. They have their second, what was the game-tying goal on a power play. Goes through the skates of a Marshfield defender. It may have been tipped away by Thibodeau. Back down, and the goalie was ready to clear it out. She was ready to clear it out. Did not notice that there was an offensive player for the Tanners bearing down fast. Looks like Thibodeau and Mirasalo exchanging some laughs, which shows they are as calm as ever in this game. Won by the Marshfield Rams. Sent back behind. This power play has 1:36 left on it. Thibodeau going back into the corner, dekes around one person, looking for set it up someone, no one in the slot. Taking it out is Marshfield. Wrist shot goes off of Purcell's stick and up high. Great defensive play by senior captain Katie Purcell. And Mirasalo looking to see if she can dump it, but will not. She had open ice for a second there, and this one goes behind. She's the only Peabody player, now Thibodeau, in the zone with her. The Rams quickly deking around Ganter. Shot up high, score! Tie game! Another power play goal for the Rams, and they tie it up at 3 with 9:01 left in the second. No, I apologize, the third period. So if I were the coach, I would maybe call a timeout, try to confer with that, or at least pull that line off the ice and just confer with them a little bit. Now Kat DiGiulio, she has been really, it seems like a designated goal scorer. Every time she goes on the ice, it seems like she always scores. Shot goes off a stick and wide. Rams, 1-on-1, 2-on-1 is more like it. Back across, Collins with the save, and it goes wide. DiGiulio trying to fight for open ice. Garofali. She's in many ways, I guess you could say, you could compare her to the Bruins' Zdeno Chara. She is the tallest member of this team, and she's on defense. She moves very swiftly, very calmly. As the Marshfield Rams take it back, DiGiulio trying to spin it out. She goes back into the corner, banks it around the boards. 3-3, 8:08 left in this game, or at least in regulation. Going back down, here comes Flynn and Robert. Robert deking, falling down. No arm go up. They looking for a penalty. There should have been a penalty there, I think. That looked like tripping from up here, or at least interference. So now the Mirasalo-Thibodeau line is out with Ganter and Purcell on defense. Face-off won by Marshfield. Number 12 of their defense gets it back, but Mirasalo looking to go into the corner to get it. Fakes one way, goes the other. Thibodeau in the corner. Oh, hit along the boards. We have a tie up there. Mirasalo and Thibodeau slamming the stick down, trying to get it. Ref's whistle blows. Thibodeau is not happy with that. She will go to the box. Slamming her stick down. I don't know what the call was. Wait, 2 players will go to the box. I believe this will be matching penalties. So number 12 of the Marshfield defense and Thibodeau, 25, a winger for Peabody, will go to the box herself. So it's still a 5-on-5. Still even strength. It looked like this was just matching penalties there. Matching penalties there. Basically, looks like they just got in a bit of a scrum, and, well, the refs were like, well, go to the box and think about what you've done for what I believe will be 5 minutes. Tanners trying to get it out of their zone. DiGiulio, Mirasalo. It looks like Kat DiGiulio has taken Paige Thibodeau's place on the line. Rister in between, it almost went through the 5-hole of Collins, but it is between her pads, and it is covered. Winning the face-off, Marshfield. Backhander goes off of Robert's skate. Oh, and almost with a breakaway there. Buckley going into the corner to get it, using her speed, trying to get there, covered by a bigger defender. Oh, hitting the boards hard. As Flynn gives it back. Ref's arm is up. I think he may signal boarding on here. And so number 4 of Marshfield again will go to the box. This will be a 5-on-4. For 2 minutes with 6:25 left, it will be boarding. Buckley hit the boards hard. Was hit from behind. The rule is you have to be at least turning to face the defender to have an open ice hit like that. But she wasn't turned. She had her back completely turned to the Marshfield defender, number 4, and we will have a Peabody power play. Face-off won by Peabody. Mirasalo trying to get it, could not keep possession. She would love to get a hat trick here, especially since that goal would put the Tanners in a 4-3 lead. Mirasalo playing with some aggression now. They move it back up ice. The sisters looking to get it across. Flynn Back to Norton. Trying to get it through. Someone could direct deflect it. 2-on-1 almost. Moving up ice. Quickly, wrist shot. Up high off the glove of Collins, and they swat at it. Could not get it again. 5:48 left in this period. 1:20 left on the power play for Peabody. Here comes Mirasalo again. Shot goes towards the net and goes just off the pad. Mirasalo, Flynn, shot wide. No, it goes off someone. Slap shot by Garofali, could not get it. And they get it out into the neutral zone. This will go to the center ice mark. The big blue P on center ice. 53 seconds left on this power play. Purcell is on with Norton on defense now. DiGiulio, Cassie Mirasalo. She will actually go off. I believe it will be Jess Robert off the pad and covered up. DiGiulio in on the face-off for Peabody. 37 seconds left in the power play. Tanners trying to make some changes. They will say no. Thibodeau's penalty is over. She will go back to the box. Off the face-off. DiGiulio trying to stick handle her way around. Not very fast, but has very good stick handling abilities. Across, falling down. No penalty there. She was shoved down to the ice from behind. Buckley trying to get up. She is slow to get up. Marshfield quickly moves. Oh, wait, no, it fell down behind them. They score! I think Collins is trying to contest that. She had the puck in her glove, but someone hit it out. But Marshfield goes up 4-3 on a shorthanded penalty. Shorthanded goal there. Thibodeau along the corner. Oh! And they will, I believe, send 22 to the box, and the Tanners will have another power play. This time they'll be looking to tie it. And once again, folks, I must remind you that all of us here, employees of the Peabody McVann-O'Keefe Arena, all of us at Peabody Access TV, we do not condone any form of taunting from fans towards refs or opposing players or even towards their own players. I've been hearing more of that as of recent. Even as passionate a fan I am, I do not condone it. But basically, just when you come to these games, just remain very calm. I mean, cheer for your daughters, cheer for your sons if you go to boys' games. But please do not condone or encourage any behavior like this we've seen from some of the Marshfield fans so far. As here comes Mirasalo. Shot goes way high. Sammy trying to get it in the middle. Backhander. Oh, gotten out of there quickly. 1:20 left in this power play with 3:39 left in regulation. In front, shot. What a glove save by Collins, reaching out with the open cage, and she will cover this one up. Shot goes wide, got through a mountain of defenders there. Shot goes into the pad and covered by Collins. So it's 4-3 with 3:16 left in this period. 56 seconds left to go on the power play for Peabody. trying to set up an offensive chance. Buckley, no offside here. She moves in, shot, rebound, score! Peabody ties it! I didn't see who got it. The goalie of Marshfield slamming the pads down onto the ice. She is not happy with that one. I think it may have been Flynn who got it. Gotta be honest, folks, I was expecting it to be Mirasalo with the way she was playing, but I think it was Jen Flynn who got it on a rebound. Marshfield's goalie, she is not happy with that. She immediately threw the blocker, her glove, her stick down, and immediately ripped her helmet off in frustration. So the Tanners tie it on a power play. 3:04 left. You know, it was Yogi Berra's quote of the New York Yankees in the 50s, it ain't over till it's over. And folks, it ain't over yet. So, same line is out. Into the Marshfield zone, back to the neutral zone. They stick it out. 2:58 to go. Over, Buckley, falling down, looking to the ref. She had her arms up looking for a penalty, will not get one. Another Peabody player scampers to the boards. In the middle, she got two Marshfield players there. Flynn gets it out, has an opportunity here, has got no one with her. Flynn, oh, almost could get it away. Flynn backed it out. 25 on Marshfield, gets it back out again. 2.5 to go. Both benches are getting into this one. Collins with a tremendous sliding save. So folks, I've covered the last 4 home games for this team. So far, this is up there with the best games I've seen so far. This and a Beverly game they played earlier, I believe, a week and a half ago. It was a 5-2 win. But right now, this one has been the closest. This one's come down to the wire so far. 2:24 left in the third period. We should be in. Both teams are playing even more aggressive and with more skill as the game goes along. So can only imagine what the last 2.5 are going to be like. Peabody, Garofali back behind the net to get it. First time in a while we've called her name. Thibodeau trying to get this one out. She's got Sammy Mirasalo wide open up ice, looking to get in there before the icing, and the ref will signal icing on this one. This will come back to Peabody zone. Back and forth game so far. Peabody took the lead, Marshfield tied it. Marshfield took the lead, Peabody tied it. Marshfield took the lead, Peabody tied it again. Shot. Ooh, bounced in front, may have been deflected, but covered up by Collins. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most packed I've seen this arena. Fans are lining the glass. The fan sections are almost full. There's fans upstairs watching the game too. Shot in front, Collins scrambled. Who has it? Collins has it underneath. Little tap to the defender, Mirasalo, trying to use her speed to get there. Wait, the defender's got Thibodeau behind her. Shot goes into the chest of Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, this line of the two Mirasalos and Thibodeau, honestly, I'd put it up against any team that we have seen so far this season. They are as good as anyone in this conference is. The two Mirasalos, looks like Cassie, the face-off master, the passing master too. Sammy is up for conference MVP. She is the goal machine, and Thibodeau is the physical presence on this line. You can compare them a lot to the Bruins, Bergeron, Pasternak, and Marchand line. A lot of parallels between the 3 players on the Bruins and the 3 players on the ice right here in Peabody. Purcell trying to get it out. shoves a defender off. Folks, she may be not the biggest player on the ice, but she is one of the most physical. What a wrist shot right into Collins' chest with 1:09 left in regulation. Both teams are making line changes, looking for any way they can get down the ice and get a puck into the net. So on the face-off coming up, won by Peabody. They get it back into their corner. Just trying to get it out from the slot. That's where most of Marshfield's goals have come from. Send it back. We're under a minute left in regulation, folks. Both teams trying to get their offensive opportunities. Here comes Marshfield, wrist shot. What a save by Collins. Back down the length of the ice. Their goalie will come out. She's got a player behind her. That's Thibodeau. Could not. They keep it in, but it will be immediately taken out by Marshfield. That's Norton back behind to get it. In the slot, bounced up high. Both players lost track of it. 21 left in the game. Off the outside of the net, scrambled at the front, rebound, shot, up high. Here comes Peabody. Thibodeau trying to get around, almost had a breakaway. We're at 9 seconds. 5, shot wide. Collins will cover with literally 0.8 to go. So it looks like Marshfield with the puck in their zone, in the Peabody zone with 0.8 left. They will pull their goalie for what I believe will honestly be a futile attempt at getting a 6th attacker on the ice with 0.8 seconds. You can't exactly get much on net. Once the puck drops, it's going to take at least 0.5 for them to even touch it, as both teams will use a timeout and they will confer with their players and strategize. Peabody will strategize on defense and Marshfield will strategize on how to get this one towards the net. So without a doubt, I believe this will be a shot right off the face-off. The center won't even try to give it back to the defenseman. So unless there's a miracle, we will be going to overtime here in Peabody. It has happened earlier this year with the Boston Bruins against the Los Angeles Kings. I think it was about 1 second left on the clock, and I think about maybe 0.3 seconds after the face-off, someone somehow got it on goal. And the Bruins lost to the Kings. I believe it was a 2-1 or 3-2 game. So ladies and gentlemen, it is possible now that you think of it for this to happen. So they've got 6 attackers on. They're in almost like a bunch formation to the right. No one to the left. They're all on the right wing side with only 1 defenseman back. Puck drops in just a moment. The refs are making sure everyone is set. Puck drops and someone tipped it, but we will go, I believe, to that actually will be the end of regulation, I believe. Yep, folks, that will be the game. It will be a 4-4 tie. I was not aware that they would not play overtime. So overall, we end in a 4-4 tie. No one quit till the very end. That was the best game I've seen in a very long time. Peabody jumped out early. The Marshfield Rams tied it. Then Marshfield jumped out again. We tied it again. And then Marshfield scores again, and Peabody ties it again. Both teams had very good at making their offensive opportunities and very good at taking advantage of their defensive opportunities as well. Well, folks, wish we could have seen a winner, but the Tanners will go to 6-5-2 on the year. That's all from the Peabody McVann-O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena. We will see you next time on Peabody Access Telecommunications.